Now, if you clicked on this video, you're probably wondering, Meadow, silly goose, what are you doing? And today I'm going to be going to San Francisco. I'm going to be going to the city, as we here in the Bay call it. And I'm going to be going to one of my favorite museums, the Legion of Honor, because I miss New York City so bad, it hurts. And here in the Bay, the closest thing that you can get to New York is San Francisco, obviously. So without further ado, let's get going because I wanted to leave like 2 hours ago and I got busy. But that's okay, so let's go. My dad actually paid for my ticket when he found out that I was going today, so now I can afford to get some food, so let's go get some food. Also, it's going to rain today, which is the perfect setting for going to a museum, and I'm so excited. We are not going anywhere until you put your seatbelt on. Put your seatbelt on. Thank you. I am going to be wearing the red bottoms today, but I'm not going to put them on until I get there because it's really hard to drive with heels on, and it's really uncomfortable, so. No Chick-fil-A sauce? You guys want to see what I got? So I got this sandwich. It's not a sandwich, it's a wrap, but it's a turkey and cranberry wrap. This is the only way that I like cranberries. And then I got this because I'm hungry right now and I want to wait to eat my wrap until I get there. Then, don't judge me, it was on sale. And I know you would do the same. Big back high five. If any of you guys ever wonder what I'm listening to, during any point of time ever, I listen to the Songs About Jane album by Maroon 5 religiously, and that is not a joke. I know every word for every song, and I've been listening to that album literally for my whole life. Let me go off for a little rant here. Maroon 5 is my favorite band, and when I say Maroon 5 is my favorite band, you're probably gonna be like, you're so white, which fair, but the reason why they're my favorite band is because of the Songs About Jane album. For those of you who don't know, Songs About Jane was Maroon 5's first album and it came out in 2002, which was the year I was born. So it is my album. And this album is the closest thing that they have ever made to rock music. It's rock pop, which is why it's so good. And I think they had a missed opportunity because pretty much after that album, they went straight into pop music, which was good, and they ended up becoming a very popular pop band. But I think the reason why that album in particular is so good is because it's so raw and emotional. And if you've never listened to this album start to finish, you are missing out in life, I promise you. Sunday Morning is my favorite song ever, next to Peter Ilyich Tchaikovsky's Nutcracker Pa-Da-Da with the Sugar Plum Cavalier and Sugar Plum Fairy. That is my number one favorite song of all time, but my second favorite song of all time is Sunday Morning by Maroon 5, and I love it so much, I even got a tattoo of that song on my ribcage. My second favorite song on that album is This Love, and I think for me, This Love, Harder to Breathe, and Must Get Out are equal. Everything else after that is my third favorite, but This Love, Harder to Breathe, and Must Get Out are my favorite songs in that album other than Sunday Morning. I listened to Sunday Morning every single day for the past 3 years. I'm not even kidding, that's how much I love this album, that's how much I love this song. I don't know if it's, okay, I have this theory that homeschooled kids, I was a homeschooled kid my whole life, we are completely detached from the world and we have so much feeling and depth and we don't have anywhere to express it. And we don't have a lot of people in our life to express how deeply we feel about things. And that's how I feel. Like, I could talk for hours about Songs About Jane by Maroon 5 because I feel so passionately about it. Hey guys, it's me, and it's the next day. I forgot to mention, but in 2012, Maroon 5 released a updated album of Songs About Jane where they remastered all of their songs and added some of their songs that didn't make it to the cut. And they also released all of their demo tracks for the entire album. And a lot of them kind of just sound like video game songs, honestly. Like, it sounds like something that you would hear in a video game from 2002. But my favorite song on that whole album is the This Love demo. It sounds so, like, sexual. Like, I know the song is about sex anyway, but it's so much more personable and you feel so intimate with Adam Levine. So if you want to also listen to that as well as the Songs About Jane album, just skip the entire demo track and the remastered version of Songs About Jane and just listen to This Love demo. You're in for a treat. back to the video. Bye. I could talk about it all day, but let's get back to the vlog. I need to get going. I'm gonna put my Spotify account in the description, and I have a playlist called MCE, and no joke, the entire album of Songs About Jane is in that playlist. But anyway, I gotta get going. It's gonna take me forever to get there, so let's go. ETA is an hour and 14 minutes, so we're gonna get going. Oh, whoops. I'm an idiot. Never mind. I thought this guy was going to cut me off, but he was just merging to the left turn lane because there was a lot of cars. Originally, it was going to have me take 101, but I'm taking 280 because we are going to get the aesthetically pleasing route. I bit my tongue yesterday, like where my canine is. Like I went, eh. It still fucking hurts. Any doctors in the chat? Can you tell me how to fix that? Thank you. I'm literally driving behind 3 of the same model of red Tesla. It feels like that one scene in Baby Driver when he switches to the other lane to confuse the helicopter. That's what I feel like right now. Okay, so I just got here and look at the view. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Super foggy, super twilight vibes. I'm going to put on my shoes, I'm going to grab my umbrella, and we're gonna go inside. I probably look like a mess right now. That was so beautiful. It's a little too crowded for me right now, so I'm going to go find a cafe to eat my lunch and maybe journal for a little bit. So the Starbucks that I found didn't have any indoor seating because it was inside of a bank, and that would have been really depressing to just stand and eat and drink my coffee. So I'm just gonna sit in the car because I paid for 2 hours of parking and I don't really have anything else to do. But on the way to the Starbucks, I found a really cool stationery store as well as a florist shop, and I'm gonna put the clips up right there. And look who I got. His name's Curly, and he was born in '96, so he's a lot older than me. I hope you're comfortable because we're going to be eating our lunch like this, and yeah. I just spilled my coffee all over my food. Anyway, grande ice flat white. She and I go way back. I've been drinking this drink for like 4 years, and there's been times in my life where I haven't had anyone, but I've had my grande ice flat white, so she and I go way back. We're tight. There's a record store that I really like that I'm debating going to because it's a Saturday, so there's not going to be any parking. And also, if I go, I know I'm going to spend money, and I can't spend money right now. But there's also like a strip mall on the way home that has like Kohl's and Savers and stuff, and I'm like, maybe. But I also like stopping at my favorite bookstore, which is on the way to San Francisco, so it'll be on the way home, so I might stop by there. But I might also just go home. So it's up to anything. Okay, so I'm done with my lunch, and I think I decided I'm going to go see if there's any parking for the record shop. And if there is, I'll go in because I want to look at their posters. The last time I was there, there was this sick Amy Winehouse poster that I didn't buy that I can't stop thinking about. I'm just like, I need Amy. Do I have room on my walls? No. You guys saw the video earlier when I was making my bed. I don't have room for Amy, but we make room for Amy. Yes, we do. Should I change his name or should I keep it as Curly? He's so cute. Hey babe. The last time I was in this city, I was with my best friend, and I was talking to this guy, and he and I only talked for like a week. Like straight up, just a week. So I'm like, he was acting like we were getting married, and he was acting like I'm the love of his life. He kept using the word us, like, oh, is this bad for us? And I'm like, babe, it's been 3 days. Can we chill a little bit? And anyway, the last time I was here, I was texting him. I was like, oh, you know, I'm in San Francisco. It's cool. And he's like, I wish we could go together. And I'm like, yeah, that'd be nice, maybe. And then he's like, is this too much for us? And then all the bullshit. And I'm like, stop, please. There's a bookstore right across the street called Holy Virgin Cathedral Books, and it's closed. And they're not holy today. I found a parking spot, so let's go spend money. Don't tell my mom. He's going to be guarding the car. He's a new security guard. Do you guys remember how curly my hair was at the beginning of this video, and then now look at her? This is what the rain does to my curly hair. I have naturally straight hair. I put it up in curlers last night. So I found the record store and I got Amy. I was really torn between 2 posters of Amy Winehouse, but I ended up getting one, and I'll show you guys when I get home. And I went to 2 bookstores. One of them was the most aesthetically pleasing, just simple bookstore that I've ever seen in my whole life. I love her. And I told the lady at the register, I'm like, this is the most just calming bookstore I've ever been to, and I really appreciate that. And she's like, thank you. Always spread positivity. So I blew out my speakers because I was playing my music so loud. relatable. And now the speakers that work are the ones in the front, like right by the window, and it sounds terrible. It sounds like my car has a sinus infection. Anyways, I'm going to be driving home. This one lady asked if she could take my parking spot, so I'm waiting for her. So the thing about San Francisco is that it's really great if you live there, but if you don't live here and you come every so often, it's kind of a fucking nightmare. There's no parking. You have to pay for everything. You have to pay for restrooms, you have to pay for parking, you have to pay for breathing. So I'm sure it's really great if you live in San Francisco, but if you're visiting, it's a nightmare because it takes you like 2 hours to get there, and there's no parking, and it's raining all the fucking time, and it's cold all the fucking time. But I still like it, personally. No complaints from me, but that's just my general assessment of San Francisco. And it's also really scary to drive in if you don't know if your car is stable, which I don't know if this car that I'm driving right now is stable. So fingers crossed that I make it home okay. Vin, hi! How's my boy? So I'm back home now, and not going to lie, I'm really tired. I drove for like 2 hours there and back, and I'm really tired. But I want to show you what I got. I got Miss Winehouse. There was a black and white one or a colored one, but she's so beautiful. I wanted to get the color. I wanted to do her honor. I wanted to get the colored one. So I got that, and I also got this little sticker. Drink, travel, books. I went broke, but I had a hell of a time. I got that because that is literally me. Like, girl, the amount of money I spent today, I don't want to talk about it. But yeah, I just wanted to say thank you guys for coming with me. I hope you guys had a good time. I have 2 scripts to write, and I also have to start recording another video this week. So hopefully I'll be able to get you guys some more content. But for today, I don't want to have to work for the rest of the day, so I'm probably just going to watch Titanic again, because I don't know if you saw my last vlog, but I was saying how often I've been watching Titanic, and it's insane because I love that movie and I want to watch it again. If you guys like this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, because that would help me out a lot, actually. I would really appreciate that. Anyway, guys, have a good rest of your day. Stay dry, stay safe. Make sure to be aware of what's around you, as well as loving who's around you. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!